The Dershow.
Do you know people who would have voted for Bobby Kennedy and will now vote for Donald Trump or will now vote for Kamala Harris? I don't know the answer to that question. I'm not a political guru. I'm not a pollster, but I have friends who are pollsters, and at least some of them have told me that they thought the Bobby Kennedy decision could incrementally help Donald Trump. And incremental may be all he needs. Remember, too, that he's not aiming to win the popular vote. He never has and never will win the popular vote for president. That's not the way we elect people in this country, by the way. That doesn't mean that he wouldn't win a popular vote if there were only a popular vote. If there were only a popular vote, if we didn't have the Electoral College, then presidential candidates would campaign mostly in New York and California and other places that they don't campaign. So it might have changed the dynamic completely. But with the Electoral College, don't know. I think there's a lot of uncertainty in this election. Today really is when the full campaign begins to start. It starts literally next Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. And then, of course, we're going to see the debate. I think it was too bad that Bobby Kennedy was kept off the debate stage. People often ask me who manages my social media reels, and it's a company called View, VIEW Movement. View Movement. They've done great work for me. I have to tell you, they've really been terrific, and they've boosted my viewership. So if you're looking to boost your own social media presence with short form videos, use the code Dershow, capital, all caps, DERSHOW, to save 15% on your service with them. And if you want to see more about this, you can see it in the link in the description below. During the first debates, and would have been kept off the stage had he stayed on and continued to campaign. But now it's going to be just, head to head, Trump versus Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris has a plan. We know what she's going to do. She's going to give all scripted answers to the question. Doesn't matter what the question is. She's going to give the same answer. And she's going to try to avoid follow-ups. And her goal is not to win the debate. Her goal is not to lose the debate. A tie is fine for her with the post-convention bump that she's gotten. What she's trying to do now desperately is to avoid making mistakes. Trump can make mistakes. He always makes mistakes. And he seems to be, mistakes are already built into the voters and who votes for him and who votes against him. Who could have imagined that any presidential candidate could have survived saying, well, veterans, they're okay, but I don't like veterans who were captured and who were in captivity. I mean, my God, how could you say something like that and expect to win? But he did, and he won. So mistakes are baked into already the votes for and against Trump. And I've said this right from the beginning, Trump has a 47% cap. He can get 47% of Americans, 46 maybe 48. I don't think he can get 48. 46, 47% of the popular vote. He can get that. He cannot get 50%. He just doesn't have that kind of support. He can't get 50%, but he can win the Electoral College. And that's what happened. When he won the election in 2016, he didn't come close to winning the popular vote. And he's not trying to win the popular vote. Now he's trying to win the electoral vote in 6 states, basically. And so that's what it comes down to. Is it a flawed system? Well, the whole American system was never designed to be democratic. Remember, originally, almost nobody voted. You had to be rich, white, male, own property. In some states, a Protestant. The framers didn't intend for a democracy. It's a republic if we can keep it. So stay tuned. And Bobby, you did what you did, and we'll see. You're a gutsy guy, and they're going to call you weird. And they're going to say that you're supporting Trump proves the Democratic claim that the whole Republican ticket is weird. I don't like that. I'll vote for a candidate who others think are weird if he's a better candidate. So let's cut the name calling out on both sides, and let's see what happens with Bobby Kennedy in the race.